Counting your wins can be one of the biggest things that can make a change in your life that you would just never believe. Hi. Hi, I'm Ruth, I'm 57, I'm a menopause coach, and I run Menopause Mastery, where we help women to thrive and not just strive in perimenopause, menopause and beyond. And today I'm going to talk about something that is totally life-changing if you allow it to be. Counting your wins is a little bit like, I'm sure you've heard of gratitude. You know, everybody's talking about, let's be grateful, have a gratitude journal. This is taking it one step further, and I'm going to explain exactly how to do it and why we need to do it, because it does make such a big difference in your life. It actually starts to change the way you look at the world. And I know that sounds really dramatic, but it's true. And your perspective can change too, which we sometimes really need, particularly when we're going through menopause. Within days of starting to do this, it's proven to actually start to change the grey matter in your brain. Again, that sounds preposterous, but actually it's true. The brain has plasticity around it, and we can actually change it. That has been proven by scientists. So we're just working on the back of that if we count our wins, it can make such a big difference. There are huge rewards just from doing this once a day. You can do it more than that, but I'm going to talk you through how I do it and why I do it. Okay, so this is my journal. It's absolutely massive. I'm not plugging it, but it is a great journal. I absolutely love it. Most people think it's too big, but this is what I call the book of me. Okay, we're all worthy of having a book of us, a book that is just for us, that nobody else needs to see. But this is my journal, and I write in it every day. And in the evening before I go to bed, I have a page especially assigned to write in my wins. So a win is basically anything good that's happened in your day. It doesn't have to be something huge. And this is where people often get, I work with clients on this, and it's one of the first things when I take on a new coaching client, after we've got through the preliminary stuff, it's one of the first things that I work with, because you can get, as Americans say, you can get such a big bang for your buck when you use it. So we're not looking for massive things. We're looking for anything good that's happened in your day. And when you first start to do it, one of the things I invite people to do is have a little notebook. So rather than carrying this around with you all day, have a little notebook that you carry around. And when you think of something that's been a win, it might be just that you were first in the queue at the post office, or you got an offer in a supermarket on some food that you weren't expecting, or somebody sent you a really nice message. It can be something as small as that, but it gives you a slight lift inside, a tiny little lift inside. It doesn't have to be big, and you're going to write that down in the journal that you're carrying around, the little notebook that you're carrying around, and then in the evening you can transfer it to your journal. If that sounds like it's too much, then just remember them. And you can literally, I sometimes sit in the evening and I'll go through my day. Okay, so what happened this morning? What happened at lunchtime? What happened this afternoon? What happened this evening? And what were the wins from there? It might feel really boring. It might feel repetitive, because you might think, it's taking time to show results. But the more you do it, the more you are starting to change your brain to actually look for the good. Because what we often find in the evening when we've been through a whole day in our lives, you might have been out, you might have worked, you might have had a confrontation with somebody, you might have been in a traffic jam. There could have been all sorts of things that could potentially spoil your day. So what we tend to do in the evening, and sometimes in the night when we wake up, is actually go through all the bad things that happened. I'm putting bad in inverted commas, but all the things that weren't that great. And we mull over them, we go over them time and time again. And then it ends up being such a negative cloud that we have over our heads. Whereas this is the exact opposite. So it's so simple, so powerful, and it's not something that we want to overcomplicate. So at the end of the day, you're going to sit down, you could do it in the evening, you could take it to bed with you, whatever works for you, and actually just think, what actually went well in my day today? What were the good things that happened? And do this every single day, and I can guarantee you that this is going to start to change the way you look at the world. And sometimes my kids will say to me, "Oh, Mum, why are you so happy all the time? Why are you always looking for the positives?" And it's because I've trained my brain to look for them, and now it's ingrained in me to actually look to change a perspective where I can. It's never failure. Something in our life is never a failure. It's always something to learn from. So that's an instant perspective change, which has come to me through counting my wins. And I think just getting older as well. So I hope that helped today. And I'm Ruth, and I have lots of other areas where you can come and work with me or look at my stuff. We've got lots of other videos on YouTube. On Facebook, I'm Ruth Goodwin. On Instagram, I'm Ruth Goodwin. On TikTok, I am Ruth Goodwin Coaching. So if you Google my name, you're going to find me popping up. And there's lots of information out there. We've also produced a book called Menopause Mastery, and it's all about being your own self-coach. So before you go to work with a coach, or even if you are working with a coach, this book is absolutely beautiful for sitting down and learning all about you. It asks you questions. You can do a question a day, and there's plenty of space to write your answers. And there'll be questions that you might not necessarily have thought about, and it makes you think, okay, so this is where I need to do some work in my life. This is where I can start to move forwards, or this is where I need to get some help. So it's going to give you some clarity. So that's available on Amazon. We're super proud of it, and it is $9.99 on Amazon, and we'll put the link below this video. But please subscribe, like, and share. If you've got a friend who you think this would really help, maybe you've got somebody who doesn't seem to see any wins in their lives at the moment, and they have a very down perspective, send them this video, share this video with them, and you might just brighten up their day. Take care and have a lovely day.